It's grind time! And welcome back, Transformers Earth Wars fans. Glad you could join me again. Today's video is going to be one on Z-Energon farming and how I do it. So we'll jump right into it here. As you can see, I built my team of my strongest spots best for doing this. A lot of these guys are maxed out. So what I do, everyone knows that now that SpaceSafe has released the player leveling stuff, that's a little more significant now. You want to level up all your bots, right? So I put all of them but one slot of full. I come down, I got all my 2 stars maxed on my Autobots. So I grab my lowest 3-star and I throw them in there. Grab a combiner, and then doesn't really matter who you choose first. Grab one and go into zone 13, which is 10,000 Z-Energon per win, and go to work. So what I'll do is once it loads up here, we'll take a look at the base, decide which bot is best to attack it with. If I use like Windblade, for example, who isn't maxed yet, I try not to drop anyone with her and let her get all the rewards, but sometimes I forget and drop it anyway. So I'm going to look at this base. Take a look and see which bot I think would be best to attack this base with. Taking my sweet time, looks like. All right, here we go. Got it. And I'm going to choose to go with... The suspense is killing me. In case you're wondering, I recorded this and then came back and put the narration over top. We're going to go with Star Saber. So I'm going to shoot him straight up there. Shoot him straight across there. And I think what I ended up finding out was I probably could have just done this without the combiner, but I went ahead and dropped the combiner anyway. Dropping combiner to take out that outpost bot, to take out as much of the weaponry around the HQ as possible, or you just do as much damage as possible, which will reduce the HQ strength. And everyone knows that the amount of damage a combiner does to the HQ in elimination mode was kind of dialed back. So it's really not worth the effort to attack the actual HQ. You're better off to attack the defenses or building structures that will help weaken them. Omega Supreme is able to do that for me. I wait till Star Saber's just about got the base down. I drop my 3-star bot that I'm just getting XP for, because as everyone knows, there is enormous XP in the Z-Energon hunting. So that's why Star Saber's already maxed. I'm dropping my 3-star bot. He's already dead. Doesn't matter. We're getting him the XP to level him up. And as you level up your bots, your player level goes up as well. And that's the entire goal. See, that took him from 20 to 30. One battle. Boom. How you doing? Keep it moving. Let's go. So for my Z-Energon hunting, this is what I do every week. Normally, I'm not as low as I was when I started this video, but I used I bought some XP over the weekend to finish getting my 5-star wheeljack maxed out. So now we're going to choose our next maxed out bot. Drop down and pick our next lowest 3-star bot. And some guys don't like to do it this way. It's for the simple fact that I'm wasting a lot of time here with my combiner active, and they want to get in and get out as quick as possible, get as much Z-Energon per combiner use. Yeah, which is fine. And if you're looking at this and you're going, yeah, but grind time, I don't have any 5-star bots maxed out like you. I'm not that strong. Whatever. That's fine. Pick your strongest ones that can solo, drop to the appropriate zone, and keep going. They're gonna build up their strength as you use them, and that's what's important. You just keep going where you can right now. Eventually, you'll get stronger every time you do it. So this time we're going to choose Windblade. And shoot her on back to the HQ. Try to do as much damage as possible. Dropping our 3-star bot. See, now this one I shouldn't have really dropped the 3-star bot because Windblade's not maxed out yet. But I did it, just muscle memory reflex, just going for it. So now I'm going to use Omega Supreme to take out the defenses that could do the most damage to Windblade while she's back there hammering on the HQ. So here we go. Look at Omega Supreme doing his thing. Slaughtering it. Can't wait to take him up to level 20 and get his 5-star ability if it ever comes out. Just watching Windblade do her thing. And that's it, base down. How you doing? Keep it moving. Let's go to the next one. So this, it's repetitive. You know, obviously, one of the goals, you want to try to avoid popping the outpost bots, if at all possible. I only go to zone 13 because you rarely ever find a combiner outpost in those bases. It's 10,000 per win, which is pretty good, pretty legit. So, and most of the time, you know, my Z-Energon stays close to max anyway. So I'm not generally hurting. This week is one of the weeks I've been the lowest in a while. So I'm going to focus, actually really focus on this Z-Energon hunting. Make sure I get as much as possible. But for our next base, I believe this is the base I use Grimlock on. Yep. So we take a look at it, try to decide which bot would be best. With those clustered defenses, I've got special ability 11 on my 5-star Grimlock. He does mucho damage, as you'll see here in a moment. Look at that. Oh, I love Grimlock now. He went from being a bot I rarely ever use to a bot that I just love now. And here we go again. Same thing as before. We're dropping Combiner once we get in close there. We're going to try to get the Combiner up to take out those defenses. I actually kind of misplayed this a little bit, but it still worked out okay. Taking out as much as possible. And again, you can see I'm not trying to hit the HQ with the Combiner. I'm taking out the defenses around it. Grimlock can handle the HQ. I just need to try to get him where he's not taking very much damage, which is why I turn him around here and take out those defenses real quick. But then that HQ can't survive Grimlock very long. Take it down. How you doing? Keep it moving. Another one down. And so this is just a rinse and repeat. I just keep moving. Yeah. So we'll take a look at the next one. And I think by now you guys see what I'm doing here. You understand how I work it, how I choose who I choose, and why I choose who I choose. And this is going to help increase your player rank by dropping your. I don't use 3-star bots, 2-star bots. I'm sure a lot of you guys don't use hardly any, if any at all. But they will help you increase your rank the more you level them up. So this is a good way to do it. You got a Z-Energon hunt anyway. You might as well be leveling up other bots and taking care of it, getting it done. So on this format of this base, I determined it'd be easy to just walk Blaster in there with his minions. Drop my 3-star scatter shot. That's going to get some XP from this. And here we go. Let the minions take care of the mines. Get in there and try to pop the outposts with the minions. And then once the outposts are popped, I drop Combiner. And then let the Combiner do his thing. Take it out. Trying to get him in there where the heart of the defenses are. Clear out as much as possible. Weaken a lot of it. There you go. Not much left. And then it's just a simple matter of moving in. I even used Scattershot because he was still alive, surprisingly. There you go. Base down. Moving on to the next one. So now we're going to just kind of speed this up a little bit till we get to the end of our Combiner usage. Okay, you dancing fools. Now that that's over, my combiner has expired, and so this is where I got some fuel cells left, so I do something a little different than I think what a lot of people do, where I go back in elimination mode, I wipe out the Autobot team, I go over to my faction, my Decepticons, and I start picking the top bots I've got there. Loading them up in the shuttle, just like I do with the Autobots, bots that I think will be good to use in elimination mode. Counters of the Autobots here. And then for the last slot in the shuttle, same thing I do with the Autobots. I slide down to my lowest 2-star or 3-star Decepticon. In this case, it's Iron Bison, brand new, still at level 1. And I choose Zone 11. That's the 3000 Z-Energon level, 5500 power level, whatever. I find that with my top Decepticons, I can take that out with one bot typically pretty easily. And I'm going to clear out some notifications. Here we go. How you doing? All right, so now the base loads up. We take a look at it, decide which bot or Decepticon I think would be best to take that out as efficiently as possible, just like what we do with the Autobots. We drop in this case, I went ahead and dropped Iron Bison. He's the one I'm getting the XP for. His whole goal here is just to die, and I went with Dead End. And so Dead End's going to pop back just like Cup. As you can see, now, of course, the big difference when using your faction to do this, you don't have combiner backup. So that's why I go down to a lower level. You gotta be a little more sure. And sometimes it doesn't always work the way you want. But there you go. Base down, how you doing? Keep it moving. That's what we do. And then we're just gonna turn around and do it again. Okay, so I stopped the little montage speed up thing there for this base, just to show something important that happens, especially whenever you're using no combiner. Take a look at this base, and I think, okay, I think I can handle this with Dirge, who's like Blades. He's the opposite of Blades. We got a little reflector in there that we're going to be leveling up. So taking a look at this, drop Dirge, start clearing out. Wait for him to start moving towards the defenses. Use his special ability here to confuse and hack, like so. Does damage, does damage, does damage. Do it again, like so. Now reflector is going the wrong way. And then we do it again. And then we, guess what? Do it again. Just like that. Probably the wrong spot. Probably should have picked these defenses over here, but I didn't. Grimlock pops out. Wrecks my attempt here. But instead of backing out here, I just go ahead and launch another bot. Set it on Soundwave. Throw down the minions. And we continue. Going through our bitness. Getting this done. And there you go. So sometimes it doesn't go as planned. Doesn't matter. How you doing? Keep it moving. Collect that Z-Energon. Keep on rolling. So I had to use an extra bot. Oh well. Don't like to use 3 when I've got my top bots there to use, but had to do it this time. Better than not having it at all. Or not getting the Z-Energon at all. So there you have it. That's how I do my Z-Energon hunting every week. Rinse and repeat. Just keep doing it. Use different combiners. I wait for the fuel cells. I don't buy them. And that's it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. Please hit a like and subscribe. And until next time, guys, just keep grinding.